I opened the whole primary so I could swap out the Hayden tensioner for this automatic tensioner off a 2012 bike with just a few thousand miles on it. It's the C model, doesn't need the shims in the back. It goes flat up against the primary on its own. But now's a good time to adjust the clutch. Okay, we got this nut here, we got this hex here that we got to deal with, Allen hex. But first, I've got to loosen the cable, which, let's swing this around here. See this rubber sleeve in here? See this guy? Well, that covers the clutch cable slack adjuster. So we're gonna slide that up, right? Up or down? Up? Okay. I'm gonna slide this up to expose the slack adjuster. I believe the nut is 1/2 inch and the other is 9/16, or are they both 1/2 inch? I gotta look. Okay, the barrel is 1/2 inch and the nut, yeah, the nut is 9/16. So let me get my weird 9/16 wrench, grab this with the 1/2 inch, loosen up this nut with the 9/16. There we go. And then I'm gonna run it up a good distance and then turn the two of these so the barrel is going up towards the nut to create more slack in the clutch cable. All right, now let me check it at the clutch handle. Oh yes, plenty of slack. All right, I've found the correct Allen wrench. It is a, what is it, 7/32. All right, so that's what we need, but see, you can't turn it right now because of the jam nut. It's locked. So we gotta unlock that first. And that is an 11/16. Look what I've got, one of these universal, adjustable, it's got metric on one side, SAE on the other. There's the 11/16 right there. Okay, but look, you can look right through it, which means I can put the Allen wrench right through it, right? So, and that's important. So we'll loosen this up. There we go. Okay, it is loose. Now we're gonna take this bolt with the jam nut loose. We're gonna run the bolt in until it comes up against something. Apparently the rod that shifts. Okay, just keep working it back and forth to make sure it's not just a dirty bolt or something, you know. So there you go. So right there, it stops. It's up against the push rod from the other side. All right, so that's where it stops. And for me, oh, this looks perfect. I like going 7 o'clock. 7's a good lucky number, right? All right, so let's say that's 7 o'clock. We go to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. All right, so we want this bolt locked right there and tighten up the jam nut. And here's where this hollow adjustable universal wrench comes in handy. Because what I can do is take out my Allen, put that on the nut, put the Allen back in, make sure it's straight up. Don't want to rotate it. There we go. Yep, straight up. There's our 7 o'clock position, right? A little bit over half. So we take that jam nut and snug it up. All right, right there. Guess it helps to have the engine helping, but there we go. It's locked. All right. Now, the fun part. We got to adjust the clutch cable, put it back, but not just back. Oh, you're gonna love this, you DIYers. You're gonna love this. Hang on. Okay, here we are, top side. And as you can see, by looking at this where the barrel slides in, what I'm doing is I'm pulling it away from the clutch handle in that direction. I'm pulling it that. Then I pull in the clutch handle, and as I let go, I don't let the cable, or I try not to let the cable slide back in the barrel, all right? Because I want to see how much slack we have. We've got quite a bit, over 1/4 of an inch. That's way too much. So, I'm gonna go down and start adjusting the cable slack adjuster. All right, we'll turn it the opposite way from when we loosened it. Now I'm turning it till it spreads apart. A few turns. There, I've got almost a 1/4 of an inch gap down there, so let's see what that did up here. Okay, can you see without the windshield getting in the way? Let's see if I move it around that way a little bit. Hang on. Now right in here, right in here, where it meets up with the housing. See, I've got some slack. Not a lot, and I honestly don't think it's enough. How would I be able to tell? Okay, this is where you DIYers are gonna love this. I gotta reach in my pocket, go through my change. Gonna look for some change here. There we go, here we are. We've got a nickel. All right, 5 cents will buy you the tool to adjust your clutch slack. So we're gonna pull it in. I'm gonna put the nickel in this hand, pull the clutch cable in and let it go. And that's how much slack we've got. And can I get it between, oh, I can, actually. All right, so if the windshield wasn't in the way, it'd be easier to get down through here, but I gotta come up through here. Well, there it is, now I can see it better. Can you get that? There is a gap, so it is still loose by not even a full width of a nickel. So it's about 1.5 nickels thick, and we need it to be a nickel. So I need to open up that jam nut a little bit more. Maybe half a turn and try that. All right, I'm pulling on the cable to try to get as much slack to come out as I can. And as I slide the nickel up under here, all right, trying to move the steering handlebars over a little bit too. No, I think I've gone a little too far. So let's go back in a little bit. Back in a little over 1 flat's worth on the hex there. Try it again here. Now it's got to go a little bit more, a little looser. It's easier to do when there's not a tripod and a camera in front of you, just so you know. There we go, and can you see that? There it is, right there. Okay, I've even got it. I can even let go and the nickel stays right here. So that's what we want. We want a nickel. And what that means is you'll get the same exact clutch engagement at the handle every time. Every time you make this adjustment, it's repeatable. So you'll get the same engagement of your clutch. There's nothing, unless you're doing this for the first time, from here on out, you'll get the same clutch engagement every time you make any clutch adjustments, all right? So that way you'll get used to this particular position, and it'll always be that way. You can repeat measuring that with the nickel to get just the right amount of slack on your clutch handle cable, and we love it. All right, happy riding. Thanks for watching. Right, well, happy riding. That is after you cinch up the jam nut and tighten those two together so they don't move. All right, now, happy riding, everybody. Woohoo!